Well, if you made it this far, now we're on to section 2. The owners keep their nose clean. The next section probably does not need a lot of explaining, but the rule is the owner keeps their nose clean. Where are you on your thoughts on this? Have you ever heard the expression, you need to keep your nose clean? What does that mean to you? What that means to me is as long as you own the company, you need to stay, or at least try to stay away from drugs and alcohol. And what I mean by drugs is any drug that will alter your state of mind, legal or illegal drugs. This includes coffee and cigarettes because they both change your mind, the way your mind is working. It can affect your moods. For example, a regular coffee drinker cannot wake up fully in the morning until they have their first cup of coffee. So while they're waiting to wake up coffee, their mood is not in the greatest of moods. And plus, it also shows a sign of weakness to your employees, because your employees might fear talking to you having had that until you've had that first full cup of coffee or whatever related. If you're a smoker, your employees have a hard time finding you sometimes because you're always out taking some sort of smoke break. And sometimes it is easier to anger a smoker when they have been too long between smokes. The biggest thing with the smoking is it does alter the way you think, and sometimes might even give you the shakes and cause you to have a shorter fuse. And when you are taking more smoke breaks, you're actually working less. And what I mean by less is you are working way less than your employees. What now are your thoughts on this? I'm looking for comments or anything in the comments section to help me guide along with this storyline of this book or motivational thing that I'm releasing. Now, any drugs that you take to maintain your health is okay as long as they don't affect your mood. If they start to affect your mood, then you need to go back to the doctor and get something else. Just like if the medication an employee is on is making them sleepy and probably won't feel safe having them driving a forklift, for example. Well, the same thing goes for any owner. If you can't operate something safely because of some medication then you need to change that medication. Now, alcohol is wrong, even though it is legal. What I mean by this is you should, as an owner, only allow yourself maybe a couple drinks a month. If when you're drinking every night and every weekend that you start seeing the problem. I say it's fine to drink if you have a company get together or at your house having on a drink or two with the employees is fine. But when you drink every night, you just long for the end of the day's drink. And towards the end of the day, your mind is not on work that is ahead of you, and what all that's on is getting that first drink of the night. What are your thoughts on this? Now, the illegal drugs not only affect your mind and keep you from thinking clearly, they can also put you in a bad spin on your company. Because if an owner is known as a drug user, why would anyone want to work for one? And second, why would you trust that person to work for you? Getting my hands going a little bit here. But the biggest reason on that is, as a drug user, you have drug friends that might lead you down the wrong path, and before you know it, your name is on the names of paper, is in the papers for some sort of drug use or some sort of drug related thing that in itself could kill your company. The only other mood altering drug that is not really a drug of any kind is gambling. It's fine to gamble sometimes, but if you gamble, all the employees worried about your gambling, your payroll away, and thus their source of income. You need to have some sort of gambling and be some sort of a gambler to move the company forward, but not to the extent of the gambling every weekend, losing thousands of dollars at a time, And plus, gambling can be a mood-altering drug in the fact that if you lost money, your mood is not as good the next day as if anything else. It's also likely that if you look in your wallet and notice a $20 bill missing, you are probably not going to be very good mood for the rest of the day. But if you reach in your pocket and find a $20 bill you forgot about, your mood is in a much better state. An owner who gambles on a regular basis mood will be hard to predict from one day to the next. Thus, with the drinking or any other drug use, will be hard to predict, and from a day-to-day basis might also be hard to talk to. You want to have employees talking to you and not scared of you. What are your thoughts on this? I'm going to leave an example here of what I'm talking about, because I feel that if you have any questions on this, then you can write them down and maybe mention them to me. Oh, I guess I'm not going to leave you any examples. My bad. I don't have any examples on this one. I'm just cutting it nice and short. So just save all your questions and ask away. And congrats on finishing this section of this. And will you continue on with me to section 3 entitled "You Can Never Have Too Many Salesmen"? And thank you very much for watching this video.